This process removes all of the grain that was puffed up in the soaking and bending process and sands the interior of the guitar rib. This will be followed by hand sanding before the final rib is completed. Here we're sanding out the interior of a rib that's been blocked, getting it ready to contour the top and bottom of the rim to accept the kerfing. Once this operation is complete and the kerfing is glued in, it'll be returned to the sander for the final grind. That will ensure that the top and the back are in the correct orientation so that the neck block will have the dovetail cut to match that which we made on the neck. What is occurring here is the body is being fed down by gravity. The actual taper of the guitar body, based on a 28-foot radius on the top and a 12-foot radius on the back, is being pre-ground so that we can apply the kerfing. There are metal posts on these tables that allow it to come down to exactly the correct height for the given model. Once it's done, it'll go to the kerfing station. It'll be again returned here for its final grind before the top and back are fit to it. In this area, we're applying the kerfing to the sides of the guitar, or lining strips. It's made of Spanish cedar, and it's cut every quarter of an inch to allow it to become very flexible. That way it'll reach all the contours that allow us to glue it in without breaking the piece. After both sides have been kerfed, top and bottom, it's allowed to rest and cure, and then it goes to the final sanding of the back and the top to the appropriate radiuses. The lining or the kerfing is left proud of the ground shape by a small margin so that when we sand it, we have a perfect continual fit for the top and back. This machine here is used to cut the profile of both the top and the back. Again, it runs a program and it establishes or continues the establishment of center lines, which are all important in the assembly of the guitar. The program that's selected will cut the body shape that we require and put the holes in as needed. Using the high-speed router like this, we never suffer any injury using a bandsaw that might compromise the safety of the employee. And that's what it takes to build either a top or a back. Backs we try not to have a large sound hole in, though. Here we are at top assembly. First part of this, we use an indexing fixture which will align our guitar braces in the appropriate distribution throughout the top for the given model. The X braces have been cleaned up and sanded. They're glued together. And they're placed on the top first. Once all of these braces are completely contoured to a finished shape and have been sanded, we can't use a clamp that would distort or damage the strength of the brace. And so we've been turned using vacuum pressure, which is actually atmospheric pressure exhausted, and the glue joint then is smashed together and all the air is evacuated out, which brings every part together with no gaps. This type of clamping not only ensures an accurate joint and a quick clamp time, but it doesn't damage either the face of the guitar or the contoured shape of the bracing. As the braces are applied to each one of the areas, eventually there will be blocks placed in there to ensure that when the vacuum is drawn, there'll be no movement. Everything will be held in place. This glue-up fixture includes a vacuum that actually pulls the guitar top into the same parabolic shape at 28-foot arc that was sanded in on the perimeter rims. And then the vacuum from above draws down the brace to form the glue joint. Once the glue is cured, the cauls are removed, the template removed, and the top is ready to be detailed and cleaned up. We'll scrape excess glue off, light sanding follows, and then the braces are actually milled to the appropriate height to fit the kerfing of the given model. Here's a tool that we call the nibbler. This ensures an accurate cut to size the actual brace to have the right standoff for the thickness of the kerfing that we're going to remove at assembly of the top, back, and ribs. In this process, we ensure the continued accuracy, but ensure the safety of the operator. Here we're at body assembly, where the back and the top will be fit into the kerfing of the guitar. All the pertinent information on the guitar has been transferred from the ribs, the original work order, to the inside of the back. Again, that information is here on the face, so that when this guitar goes through, it'll match up with the appropriate parts. Everything here is indexed again with pins to assure accuracy of assembly. And yet, the most important part is that the hand of the operator does a perfect job scribing and then inletting each brace into the guitar rib. Both top and back will then be glued at the same time after the recesses are created in the kerfing.